Dear subscribers of our channel, it's talk by Jonathan Klein, images that change the world. In his industry, they believe that images can change the world. Okay, they're naive, they're bright-eyed, they're bushy-tailed. The truth is that they know that images themselves don't change the world. But they also aware since the beginning of photography, images have provoked reaction on people, and those reactions has caused change to happen. Let's begin with a series of images. I'd be extremely surprised if you didn't recognize many or most of them. They are best described as iconic. Perhaps they are cliches. In fact, they are so well known that you may even recognize them in a slightly or somewhat different form. But I think they are looking for something more. They are looking for images that transcend religions, that transcend borders. They are looking for images that that shine an uncompromising light on crucial issues. Images that provoke us to step up and to do something. In other words, to act. Well, this image you've all seen. It had changed our view of the physical world. We had never seen our planet from this perspective before. Many people credit a lot of birth of the environmental movement to see our planet like this for the first time. Its smallness, its fragility. 40 years later, this group of people are more than most are well aware of the destructive power what our species can wield over our environment. At least we appear to be doing something about it. This destructive power takes many different forms. For example, these photos taken by Brent Sturton in the Congo. These guerrillas were murdered. Some of you even say crucified. And unsurprisingly, they sparked an international outrage. Most recently, we've been tragically reminded by the destructive power of nature itself, with the latest earthquake in the Haiti. Well, what I think is far worse is man's destructive power over man. Samuel Pizar, an Auschwitz survivor, said, "The Holocaust teaches us that the nature, even in its cruelest moments, are being in comparison with man when he loses his moral compasses and reason." Let's go back a little. At 1960s, 1970s, the Vietnam War was basically shown at America's living room day in, day out. The news photos brought people face to face with the victims of the war. A burned girl by napalm, a student killed by National Guard. So, when we are confronted by powerful images, we all have a choice. We can look away or we can address the image. Thankfully, for these images appeared to the Guardian towards the student famine of efforts, and they put a lot of attention and a lot of money in them towards the student famine relief efforts. Unfortunately, some very important images are very in demand or too disturbing to us to see them. I'll show you one image here. It's image by Eugene Richards, of an Iraq War veteran, for an extraordinary piece of work which has never been published, called War is Personal. But images don't need to be graphic to remind us all tragedy of war. Ansel Adams said, and I'm going to disagree with him, "You don't take a photograph, you make it." In my view, it's not the photographer who makes the photo, it's you. We bring to each photo our own values, our own belief system, which make images resonate with us. So, I hope at next time you see an image, you better understand why it sparks something about you, in you. And I know that speaking to this audience, you definitely do something about it. And thank you for all the photographers.